What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and I have another episode of People's Questions, episode 109. If you can't already tell, today I will be playing Shadow of the Colossus, and episode 109 also marks the final episode of People's Questions here in Vegas. So when episode 110 starts rolling and playing, you'll know that I'm no longer in Vegas anymore. I got a really great set of questions from a lot of you. However, the first 15 that were sent to me first were a number of versus questions, so I'm just going to run through them one by one. I'll be sure to label them on the bottom of the screen in front of you, and they all come from Big Phil 2695. And your first one was Kyle Katarn versus Darth Revan. Darth Revan would win. Adam West's Batman versus Lou F, the original Hulk guy. I'm pretty sure Hulk would win. Gandalf the White versus Ben Kenobi. Hell, I'm pretty sure I could take down Ben Kenobi, so Gandalf the White would win. Darkseid versus Emperor Palpatine. Darkseid would win. Jango versus Jango Fett. Pretty sure Jango Fett would win. Jerry Seinfeld versus George. Can't pronounce that name. Don't watch either one of their shows, so I just go with Jerry Seinfeld. Shrek versus Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph would win. Christian Bale's Batman taking on Michael Keaton's Batman. Christian Bale's Batman would win. Superlord versus Ultraman. Superlord would win. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine taking on Chris Evans as Captain America. Get rid of Chris Evans' Captain America's shield. Wolverine would win. Solid Snake versus Batman from the Arkham series. Batman would win. Raiden from Metal Gear Rising taking on RoboCop. Raiden would win. Ra's al Ghul from Batman Begins taking on Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. Bane would win. Justice League the cartoon takes on the Avengers from the live action film. The Justice League would win. And me taking on a cow, and I'm equipped only with a rusty spoon. I would lose. The cow would win. The next set of questions come from Thou Napping Sniper. Sorry. And you first want to know, what do I think about an open world Superman game? They could do that, however, there'd have to be limitations, because if it's really open world, then you'd have to have some boundaries, because, you know, Superman can fly everywhere, and it doesn't seem very Superman-like if he can only just fly around Metropolis. So, you know, I think they could give it a try if someone was willing up to the challenge. I think they've tried Superman games like that before, but I don't think any of them have really lived up to the Superman name. The next question is, what are some tips that I would give to you to start your own gaming or entertainment company? I really don't know what tips I could give you, because I don't own a gaming entertaining company. I'm just some guy here who likes to put up videos and likes talking to his viewers, really. Next question is, do I think the Phantom Pain should be co-op? No, 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 no. I do not like my Metal Gear games going co-op. You don't need it. Next question is, what is my favorite Metal Gear Solid character? I'll go with my top three. They are the Boss, Big Boss, and Solid Snake. Those are my favorite characters. The next question is, if DC gave me the rights to make a DC hero game, what hero or character would I want to make the game about, and would I make the game open world, and what consoles would I assign it to? Let's see. I guess I'll go with Green Lantern. The John Stewart Green Lantern. And would I make it open world? I guess. And I would assign it to all consoles, so PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Xbox One, and maybe the Wii if I'm in a good mood. The next three questions come from Draven G, and you want me to give you my top 5 WrestleManias. I don't know if I can give you 5. I can tell you the best WrestleMania for me personally that I saw was 21. They definitely do the whole Hollywood thing again, because I just thought that was entertaining. After that, I guess I'd go with 25 because of the Shawn Michaels Undertaker match. That was just phenomenal. I didn't think the second one that they had was as good. After that, I guess I'd go with 23, I guess. I mean, I like the whole display, and I'm sorry, man, I can't give you 5. I'm going to have to stick with 3 from now, because, I don't know, I'm not really big on the whole ranking WrestleMania matches, because every WrestleMania I see, there's a whole bunch of matches that I just don't give a damn about, and there's only maybe 1 or 2 matches I'm even interested in watching. The next question is, what are my thoughts on the casting for the Fantastic Four reboot? Don't care. Not a big Fantastic Four fan. I could care less. Heck, they could cast a bunch of rejects for the cast, and I wouldn't really care. Next question is, which is sadder, Aeris' death in Final Fantasy VII or the ending to Metal Gear Solid 4? I don't think the ending to Metal Gear Solid 4 is really sad. It's just fulfilling. There's a difference between a ending being sad and it being fulfilling. I think Metal Gear Solid 4 is really the perfect ending to end a series. I'd like the series to be ending in general, but so I guess unquestionably, I guess Aerith's death is in Final Fantasy VII is probably the sadder death, simply because I don't think the ending to 4 was sad at all. The next 6 questions come from GSS765, and you want to know, if Nolan had made a sequel to The Dark Knight Rises, who would I like to see be the main villain? Ooh, I guess I'd like to see maybe Riddler or Penguin, maybe a teaming up between the two. I certainly think that the thing about the Riddler, I really would like to see the Riddler be the main villain, because the Riddler is much more of a he's much more of an intellect challenge. So so if you had to compare them in terms of challenges, Joker is much more of a moral challenge, Bane's a physical challenge. I guess Riddler would be the next choice because he's an intellectual challenge. Next question is, in what order will I rank the Dark Knight trilogy movies and why? Okay, starting from the bottom, I think Dark Knight Rises has obviously the most flaws. I still think it's a great film, and it was probably the best film I saw that year. Then I put Batman Begins because it is clearly the best origin story for Batman. It did a lot better job than Tim Burton's Batman did. And then obviously Dark Knight, can't go wrong. Batman, Joker, Harvey Dent, there's no comparison. Next question is, in what order would I rank the 4 Spider-Man movies and why? Well, the worst one being The Amazing Spider-Man, because I haven't seen it. From what I've heard, it sucks. And from what I read in the Wikipedia description of it, it sucks. However, for some reason, I'm incredibly excited to see The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And I'm just going to pretend that the first one doesn't exist. Then after that, I would put Spider-Man 3. Believe it or not, I don't think it's all that bad. There's definitely a lot of good things about it, but it has just as many bad things about it. After that, I would put the first one, and obviously the best Spider-Man movie that's ever been made is the second Spider-Man. The next question is, who is my favorite Dragon Ball Z good guy and bad guy? Good guy, Goku obviously. Bad guy, Cell. Anti-hero, Vegeta hands down. Next question is, did I used to watch Beyblade, and what did I think of it? No, I never watched Beyblade when I was younger. And your next question is, why do I think The Last of Us is overrated? I think The Last of Us is simply overrated because it didn't do anything that hadn't been done before. It was just taking elements from a whole bunch of different other better stories and just jamming it into one. I mean, look, I'm not someone who hates The Last of Us. I think it's a good game, but I don't think it changed the game. It wasn't a revolutionary step in gaming and storytelling. Trust me. I'm looking at my shelf of games, and I can pick out 10 games that make the Last of Us storyline look like absolute garbage and just a drawn-out soap opera. So, you know, I'm not acknowledging that it is the greatest game of all time. It certainly has a lot of great ideas. It has a lot of philosophical directions, but, you know, nothing about it screams original. And in a time where everything is not really original, either it's a sequel or a prequel or something that takes a lot of elements, I think The Last of Us is a good game, probably one of the best games of last gen, but I don't think it's a phenomenon. I just don't believe that. And the last 9 questions come from a newbie, and I really am sorry if I butcher your name. I'll be sure to put your name on the side here. And you go by the name of Hamzagar Elhag. I'm really sorry, I'm really terrible with names. And you want to know if you still have your Wii, have you ever played Xenoblade Chronicles? No, I have never played Xenoblade Chronicles, and I don't want to. Next question is, would I put the new Guardians of the Galaxy higher on my most anticipated movies list? After what I saw, yes, it would be on the list, but I'd really have to look over my list again to see what movie I would take off. Next question is, if you were to marry any fictional character from anime, cartoons, game, comic books, etc., who would it be, male or female? Well, let me get this one right out of the way. I am not fucking gay in any way, sense, or form, so let's get that shit out of the way just so everybody knows. But female-wise, one character I could marry? None. I'm not a marrying man. I don't think I'll ever get married in that sense, and I can't really think of any type of characters I'd be interested in marrying. Maybe dating, sure. Maybe going on a crazy adventure, sure, but not marry. If you were to spend the day with any fictional character, who would it be and why? Ooh, that's a good one. Probably the boss from Metal Gear Solid 3, simply because I do think she's probably one of the most fascinating characters ever. Like, I mean, I could do a whole video of why I think the boss is such an amazing, probably the best female character in video game history. But you know, I'll save that for another time. Next question is, what is the worst thing I've ever tasted? Peanut butter, because I'm allergic to it, and the first time I did, I almost died. So that would be the worst thing. Next question is, if they were to make a fully fleshed out HD remake of any game on the PlayStation 4, which one would I choose? Let's see, a complete HD remake. I guess if I had to pick, I would want to see them redo. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just shooting in the dark here. I guess maybe the first Metal Gear. I guess maybe, you know. I mean, it's already been remade and it looked great, but I guess if I want to see it in PlayStation 4 graphics, I guess the original Metal Gear. Next question is, if I were to have any superpowers, which one would it be? Obviously, I've said this many times, I would like to fly. That way I could come visit all you guys and we could all hang out and have a beer or two. Next question is, who do I think is the best actor in the business right now? I'm not really someone who pays attention to actors, so I can't really say. And your last question is, am I ever going to make that video venting out my unadulterated rage on the holy horror that was Final Fantasy 13? Yes, but I kind of want to do it somewhere else. I had a really good opportunity to do it while I was at my brother's house. If you ever saw those videos, I actually filmed the video, but it was like a 23-minute rant, and as I watched it, it was just so crazy to watch myself just completely lose it. I mean, I almost broke a couple things, and I still have the video. I just am not sure if I should upload it. Like, maybe I'll rewatch it, gather my thoughts together, and do it in a controlled center, because I don't want to go off as this crazy rage fanboy, which I don't think I am. And with that, those are all the questions that you guys sent in for this episode of People's Questions. I'd like to thank all of you guys for sending them in. If you have any questions you would like me to answer in the next episode, be sure to send them in the comments down below. Make sure to get them to me before Wednesday, because I will be filming these on Wednesday so I can get them up ready for Friday. And if you like this video, feel free to like, comment down below, and please subscribe to check me out my future movie, video game, and episodes of People's Questions. Like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I'll see you next time.